Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about that things with you, how can pass some of the props data from our parent to our child, right? I hope it's very clear to you. So before, and also here it's actually getting some of the error. They have no error. You can say our project is running successfully. That is actually getting some of the error from our extension that I have already created as a ESLint. Remember, yeah, I have already installed one of the extension for our VS Code editor as a ESLint. So it actually is getting that error from here. Okay, that is not an error. Don't worry about it. So now, friend, before from here, I pass simply some of the string data. Right, so here now I want to pass some of the object data. So you can now pass multiple object and also a specific object related field data. You can also pass it through the props. Let's do that work. For doing this, I want to do in our app. Okay, into this app area, I want to first of all create one of the object. Okay, I take one of the constant variable and I just name it as the item. Item object. So now this type of one of the variable, I simply take it, and now here I want to pass that name. I name it as a name, and name will be as a Kazi Aryan. Okay, I name it as a Kazi Aryan, and also after that I want to pass another property data, object property as a age. Okay, I name it as a age. I want to make it as a 35. Okay, and also after that I want to use it as a city, and city I want to use another name, and that will be as a USA. Okay, so here now I pass some of the object data. So that is actually our total object data. Here they have the different type of property. One is the name, age, and city. So right now, friend, I want to pass that is the total object data, which I have already taken with one of the constant variable as item object. And now here I don't want to pass it. Here I have already loaded our component as a hero component. So that is actually our child component, right? Here I have already loaded our parent component as an app. Here I created that object. Now I want to pass this data, that is our child component, as a hero. Here if you want to pass it, I take our property name, I name it as an item, and into this item area now I want to pass on the object. Before I pass it as a string value, now as I told you, you can also pass it some of the object data, you can also pass it some of the function data. So right now in here I pass some of the object data, I name it by the item. Okay, that is item object, and here our object property as a name, a city. So now you can actually visible all the data in our child component. Now if you go to our child component, so into the child component, I have already received all our props data, right? Here better I want to remove it. So in our return, that is our div, and I want to use one of the UL in here, and also I want to use one of the LI. First of all, I want to display the name, and name will be which one? I hope you get the point, right? Here I have already get it by the name as a props, and now after that props, I pass that our keyword, that means that is our property name as an item. Now we have to do, after that props, we have to access that our item. So in our name area, I want to display our which name. I want to display that is actually our property name as a name, right? So here if you want to display it, so here I pass it by the name as an item object. So here I have already get that our total props data. So now if you want to get it, here we have to simply call that our name. Okay, that means our property name, that should be in here. So that's all you have to do. So also I want to better take it. I want to take another 3. So that will be as a name, another will be as a age, another will be as a city. Okay, I name it as a city. So our property name as a age. I want to display the age name. I want to display the city name. Okay, so now all that our value, that should be as a dynamic. Now that should be displayed. Let's check this out. If you click as a save all, and now if you go, yes, you can see it's now successfully displayed the name as a Kazi Aryan, age is a 35, and also city is displayed as USA. I hope, friend, it's very clear. Okay, from our parent component, how can pass some of the object to our child component with using that props. So that's how props actually work, which is very, very important. One of the things, make that sure you understand it. Okay, right now it's successfully working. So it's actually getting that error. Don't worry about it. As I told you that I have already installed one of the extension. If you go, I want to find it as a EX. You can see that is actually EX lint. So if you make it as a disable right now, I want to make it as a disable, and I want to reload required. Okay, I want to reload it, and you can see that is actually our error is totally gone. As I told you, that is actually comes from to that is the extension. Okay, I want to simply use it as EX, that is EX. I make it as a disable right now. Okay, fine. Now that is it, they have no error, which is fine. Great. So how to pass some of the object, I hope it's very clear to you. So in our next video, I will discuss about how we can pass some of the function to throw the props data. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.